Thanks for joining us on Final Drive TV. We are at round 2 of the United States Touring Car Championship. My name is Becky, and joining me today is Nikki.
It's great to be here. This weekend, we are back at Sonoma Raceway here in Northern California.
I see you have a new tool, a new gadget in your hand.
I do. This is from our brand new friends at Kestrel Ambient Weather. This is the racing weather meter. This gives over 13 precise weather readings to our drivers.
Now, if you've watched our show before, you know we are always talking about the weather, how it affects our drivers, how it affects their tires, how it affects the entire weekend. With this, they're going to be spot on.
Speaking of those drivers, let's go talk to them. So, Gary Sheehan, how was the car out there in qualifying today?
Good. I turned a faster lap than I did yesterday, which is good. This is the first time I've driven Rito's car, so it's a front-wheel drive. It's really different than what I drive. It's lighter. It's got more power. So I'm still learning. I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully it'll be quick enough to get us on pole, and we'll do well in the race.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Thank you very much.
So, Matthew Rivkin, how was qualifying today?
Yeah, qualifying was good, thanks. It was a little trafficy. I didn't really get a good, solid, clean lap in, and we only had 2 laps, so yeah.
All right, well, good luck in the race today.
Thank you so much.
How was qualifying for you today?
This was an awesome session, my best time ever here in Sonoma.
That's perfect. How was the car? First time in USTCC this weekend.
Yes, I know. It was just all came together perfectly. The car set up just right. The new tires are a dream. They stick so much. It's unbelievable. I felt like I didn't even go that fast. It was wonderful.
Perfect. We'll have fun out in there in the race.
I'm sure I will. Thank you.
So, Sean Milburn, how was qualifying for you today?
Qualifying seemed pretty good. I liked that there wasn't too many cars, so it was really, really easy to get a clean lap. RSX is feeling really good. I don't really have any problems with it currently. I need to go over the data, kind of see how it compares to a previous setup we ran with, and see if this one's any good, because it's going to take quite a lot to keep up with the competition. Looking forward to trying to do that, and I'll see you guys in the race.
I will have fun out there.
Thank you very much.
So, Joshua Lyon, how was qualifying for you today?
Well, it was a really short session, so we prioritized warming up the tires on the out lap. And then from there, it was just, pedal to the metal, and the car felt like a cat on Velcro, so I think it was a pretty good qualifying session for us.
Perfect. Let's hope for a great result in the race.
Alrighty, thank you.
Perfect. So, Art Nussisian, how was qualifying for you today?
Well, it was very disappointing. We still haven't figured out the car. The first 2 races, yeah, same thing. This car has so much more to offer. I just can't wait to, figure it out and actually go from there, because then I think it's a winning car. But right now, we're just in it for the points. That's all we could do.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Thank you.
So, Ali Arsham, how was the car? How was the track? Tell us about qualifying today.
Well, the Koenig wheels, GoGoGear.com Hyundai Genesis was awesome. It was reliable, it was fast. I just wasn't very comfortable out there, and it was a very short session, so you had to really have your A game going on. And then by the time I really got warmed up, it was over. So I think I was mid-pack somewhere, but we'll take it. Well, we're kind of setting up for the race anyway, but the car was awesome, so it was nice.
All right, well, we'll see you out there in the race. So, Tom Lepper, how was qualifying today? How was the car feeling?
Qualifying was too short. It always is. Car's great. I'm starting to adapt to the tires, and that made it really nice.
All right, we'll have fun out there in the race.
I will. Thank you.
So, Chris Evertsen, how was qualifying for you today?
It was exciting. The Speed Traveler BMW, Gear BMW is performing really, really well. I got close to my target time. It was a very short session. I was going to launch on the checkered flag lap, so I know I had a lot more in me. But I'm really looking forward to the race later on.
Perfect. Let's hope for a great result.
Thank you very much.
So, Gary Trudeau, how was qualifying for you today?
Qualifying went great. I think we're on pole, so we're right where we want to be for the weekend.
All right, well, good luck out there in the race. So, Victor Chopla, how was qualifying for you today?
Yeah, qualifying was great. We did it all for ourselves, so there wasn't really that much traffic out there. And on fresh tires, it's always the same thing that, just is better. And you get faster lap times. So, yeah, I think I did pretty well. So, I'm glad.
All right, well, we can't wait to see those results.
Thank you.
Speed. Endurance. desire. For 160 years, Motul has helped engines and drivers go faster, further, and stronger. Tested in the heat of battle, driven with passion, with one aim, to give you superior powertrain protection and performance. Motul.
Hello race fans, welcome to the round 2 of United States Touring Car Championship. This is Juan Decker. I'm honored to have Brett Stein from Canadian Touring Car Championships with us this weekend.
Thanks for having me on, Juan. Really glad to be here. The Canadian Touring Car Championship ended up pretty good this year, so we're going to see what the United States Touring Car Championship can accomplish here at Sonoma Raceway today.
Excellent. So let's cover the grid brought to you by ATP. The best storage in the business. Number 29 on the pole, Bob Accardo in his Chevrolet Camaro. Next to him is Victor Chopla in the CoolBoxx Audi R8. These people are the fastest guys out there.
Next we got Rito Bowman. This is in the Super Touring class. He's in a VW Jetta brought to you by West Coast Raven Oil. Next to him is going to be Matthew Rivkin in the Audi R8. Also a CoolBoxx car. Those two are a team together between him and Victor.
Row 3, we have number 28, Art Narcissian, the P2i BMW 335i. Gorgeous machine. Next to him on the outside is number 24, Josh Lyons, and the Lyons Raisins BMW 330i.
A lot of BMWs in this grid. Next on the grid is going to be Gary Trudeau in the Gary's Airbag Service Hyundai Genesis. Next to him is going to be Reza Arsham. He's also in a Hyundai Genesis for gogogear.com/Koenig wheels. Let's see what these two can do for the touring car class today.
And next row, we have Ali Arsham in the number 33 gogogear.com Koenig wheels Hyundai Genesis. And next to him is Marianne Engel in the Red Panther Motorsport Mitsubishi Evo.
Justin Crickenberger is going to be taking pole in the Sportsman grid today in his RHMS Honda Civic. This is a really strong Civic SI. Next to him is going to be Sean Milburn in the number 14 Bay Area drafting car. He's been running strong this season. He had car problems last race, but we'll see if he can make it up this race.
Row 7, we find number 34, Tom Lepper in the MC Racing Honda Civic. Next to him is number 37, Chris Evertsen in the Speed Traveler BMW 328i.
And that's going to be rounding off our grid. We're going to be taking the green flag soon here as all the cars line up with Bob Accardo leading the field.
As always in the United States Touring Car Championship, we have the standing starts, which makes it extremely exciting. So, Brett, I know you guys do rolling starts in Canadian Touring Car Championship, so this will be a treat for you.
Yeah, I'm seeing that Evo back there. I'm really curious as to if they can get it done up that inside there with their all-wheel drive.
That's right. The front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. Here we go. Green flag is up, and we have ourselves a start. Everybody gets away pretty cleanly. The Jetta is a little slow off the line. We have the GT car and the Super Touring car battling it out, heading out to turn 2. Everybody made it through. No incidents. Up to turn 2. They go out of our sight. Let's look at the monitors here. Everybody's making it through very cleanly.
Yeah, it looks like everyone got through turn 2 clean. It looks like the front of the Sportsman field's catching up to the touring cars pretty quick here. We got Victor following Bob Accardo. Seems like Bob was able to take that and maintain that first place position here. The two R8s are hungry, and they're going to be chasing him down.
Yeah, we have the Jetta trying to make sure that those R8s don't get away too fast. Those two teammates are going to want to play favorites. They're leading the championship, and they want to keep that Jetta right behind them.
Gary Sheehan had a good pass there around the outside of turn 5 on Rob Harper. As we're seeing them go through turn 5, up and over here. It looks like on the inside of 6, we have him holding position as they go down the hill.
Yeah, that carousel is kind of off camber, so it's really tricky, especially with these slick tires. The first lap or two, they're still kind of cold and greasy, so you got to be really careful and tiptoe your way through there.
So the grid is stretching. It looks like the Super Touring and GT field are pulling away from the rest, as they should be. Touring car field looks tight behind them. We still got the R8 chasing down this Camaro, and they're hauling down turn 9 here through turn 10. Looks like everyone's running strong on their fresh tires.
Yeah, there's good battles all the way through and through. There's tight battles in the touring car. There's tight battles in the Super Touring car. And the Sportman, as always, is extremely competitive, and they're just having at it at each other. Early in the race, they got to make sure they pace themselves and not run out of tires here.
Oh, looks like Rito Bowman was able to make a clean pass on the inside of turn 11 on Matthew Rivkin there in the Audi R8.
Last-minute dive. He took chances.
Let's see what Matthew can do coming into turn 1 here. Oh, let's see if they can be side by side up the hill. Rito's able to stay in front. I don't think Matthew will be able to get anything done into turn 2.
He was already taking a very defensive line going into that turn 2, going up the hill. So let's see if he can make that pass stick.
So behind that battle, we got another battle here in the touring car class. Looks like everyone's super tight together. We got Gary Trudeau leading it. Looks like he's been able to gather a significant margin in front of second and third, who are fighting it out through turns 3 and 3A here. It's Josh Lyon, and it looks like Fred Snow in the Genesis.
Justin Crickenberger had a really nice pass on that BMW going into the corner 4. He dove on the inside, used that car's lighter weight, was able to jump inside of that heavier BMW. And here we go, they're going down the carousel.
Yeah, so it's like Josh Lyon here coming out of the carousel. And we got Reza Arsham close behind. You can see that slip angle as he goes to that exit. Justin's running really strong.
Pushing hard. They are pushing absolutely hard. Obviously, it's a sprint race, so they don't want to waste any time. They got to make those passes as they come.
Yeah, sprint racing this tight, you got to keep things really close, and you can't afford to lift at all. You got to stay in it, or your competition's going to get away from you.
Here we go down the SS. This is the most technical section of Sonoma Raceway, and they're all connected. If you don't get it right coming off of turn 7, the hairpin up the hill, you will have all kinds of trouble coming down here, and people will gain on you.
So they're looking fast through turn 9 here as we head into turn 10. This is going to be Reza Arsham. He's following Josh Lyon. He looks like he's got way more pace through turn 10. Let's see if he can get a move done. We got Justin Crickenberger following close behind them as well.
And here goes. He jumps on the inside of him going into turn 11. Can he hold it? Can he hold it? He's sawing at the wheel. He's got it made. He's sliding through that turn. He's still on his outside.
Yeah, and here they go down the main straight. This is going to be a drag race into turn 1 here. Looks like Josh has the advantage on the inside, side by side as they come across the line with Justin close behind. This is going to be really hard for Reza to get this done.
Still going through turn 1, side by side. Up the hill they go. Through turn 2, they're still side by side. Nobody's giving an inch, but they're totally trusting each other. This is awesome racing.
Yeah, Josh should have this here. Yes, there he goes around the outside of turn 2 into 3. That was a really good attempt by Reza, but couldn't quite get it done. Good defense by Josh.
This is, as you can see, how much they're sawing at the wheels. They're absolutely at the limits of adhesion here. Nobody's giving an inch. Here they go. Down the hill they go, nose to tail, and Justin Crickenberger's joining that battle here in no time.
Yeah, he's going to be hunting for that fight. He knows these guys are fighting in front of him, so if he's patient enough, he might be able to jump one of them while they're trying to fight each other. We're going to go ahead to a commercial here. We'll see you on the other side.
Welcome back to the action. Here we go. We're inside Bob Ricardo's GT Camaro. He's leading the field. Nobody's even come close to him. This is his race. He's kind of basically ran away with it. The Audis are trying to keep up with him, but he is just absolutely in another league.
Yeah, it looks like Victor is keeping him honest, though. He's not within challenging range, but Bob better get moving. Looks like Rito's still in front of Matthew as well.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job between those Audi R8s. Those guys, you know they're teaming up on that VW Jetta, but he's holding his own.
Yeah, Victor's still got to keep running here. He's both trying to chase down Bob and keep himself away from Rito, who looks like he's making himself a considerable gap around Matthew Rifkin here.
Yeah, his car is actually looking really good. He's been working on that car off season, and they've made a lot of improvements in the aero area, and I think that's actually really helping him make that car stick through some of these faster corners.
Yeah, it's one of the best looking Jettas I've seen out there, and the fact that it's out there hanging with a couple of Audi R8s says a lot.
Yeah, it's in a super touring class on a front wheel drive car. It's really tricky to be able to lay down that power, especially against these low slung mid-engine Audi R8. So it's absolutely very impressive, not only that car, but Rito's driving, frankly.
Yeah, so coming into turn 10 here, looks like Rito had a faster section through there. R8 does look like it has a bit more going for it into turn 11.
But here they come. They're coming into our view. Rito's held him off for another lap. That Audi couldn't make any impressions going into that turn 11. That Jetta's got great brakes. So does that Audi. They come out of it exactly the same pace as they went into it.
And don't look now, but here goes Gary Trudeau. He's running really close as those two are fighting. Looks like he's got nobody behind him to challenge currently, so he's running a race of his own in touring car.
Yeah, this is exactly what Gary wants. Early lead in the season, run away and hide. Nobody else touches him in touring class.
Yeah, and if he can maintain this, he might be able to ease up a little bit, save his tires for the next race. In the United States Touring Car Championship, as far as I know, these guys can save their tires for the next race to come back even stronger the next time, right? Because they are limited by tires.
Absolutely. That's one of those things that's very fair about the series. You get a limited number of tires. Everybody's on a spec Hankook slick, very grippy tires. They last a pretty good long time, but that tire management is part of your strategy and your racecraft, frankly.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things here at the United States Touring Car Championship is that availability to be able to have tire strategies and try and use that as an edge over your competitors. We're going to join Gary Sheehan, or Reza Arsham, his teammate, who's currently driving the Hyundai Genesis for Go Gear. It looks like he's chasing down Josh Lyon. Josh locked him up into 7. That could be a sign that his tires are not doing too well.
But you could see Reza's actually skating all the way through turn 7 also. So I think these guys are pushing each other so hard, their tires are definitely getting greasy.
Yeah, it looks like Reza is falling away from Josh a little bit. Josh is able to pull on him. We're going to be in the Sportsman field now. This is Justin Crickenberger. He is leading the Sportsman field as he comes out of turn 7 here, running a clean race of his own.
Speaking of clean, that's one of the cleanest Hondas I've ever seen. That thing looks absolutely gorgeous. I was going around the pits taking a look at that car. It's a really clean, well-built car.
Yeah, I believe that car was specifically made to do World Challenge, and now it's here in the United States Touring Car Championship, putting up against these other Sportsman cars.
Here we have the rest of the Sportsman field. This field is getting bigger and bigger every time we come out to one of these races. There are more Sportsman participants than the prior race, and they're extremely close with each other. This is one of the few races that I've seen them being so spread out.
Yeah, and I will say that probably has something to do with tires. Some people broke, so some people's tires are better than others, and that does play a huge factor here. It looks like Sean Milburn's actually catching up to Tom here, using all of that exit in turn 10.
Yeah, actually, frankly, the first round, it was a fair bit of contact there, so a lot of people had to do a lot of work from that last race to this race, but most of the participants made it out. I see there's a few empty slots compared to our first race, but they did a fantastic job putting these cars back together again.
Yeah, these guys are really out here to win this championship, no matter what it takes, even if it means spending the whole week, 12 hours a day in the garage, fixing your car. Back to Justin running through turn 4 here as Sean Milburn and Tom Lepper both are coming into turn 3, so he does have a considerable lead here in the Sportsman class.
Yeah, there's great battles in the Sportsman between Sean and Tom, and there's also a good battle between the Genesis and the Evo as well. So good touring battle, good super touring battle. Meanwhile, the GT class is absolutely dominated by Bob and his Camaro. He is just in a class of his own.
Yeah, he's coming into turn 9 here, and he looks like he's considerably pulled away from the field. If he's already coming into turn 10, we saw the Sportsman field. They might be in 6 right about now. I think I see him coming over the hill currently.
That car sounds so vicious going down the hill into turn 11. It is just, oh my goodness, that sound is amazing. You can feel it in your heart, in your cavity, chest cavity.
Yeah, those cars really are awesome. We're gonna head to a commercial break. We'll see you soon. And we're back. We're headed into turn 4 with Bob Accardo, the race leader currently in GT. He is absolutely flying. He has not let up this entire race, and it definitely shows with the gap that he's built on this race.
Yeah, Bob this car is so well sorted. He's got this thing down packed, and he's a great driver. Very, very aggressive. But again, he's got the field covered. He's led it from the beginning of the green flag. And speaking of leading it from flag to flag in Super Touring, we have Victor Chopla and his beautiful Audi R8. As usual, he's running just so strong. He joined United States Touring Car Championship last year, basically dominated the field, and he's picking up exactly where he left off at the end of last year. And as you can see clearly, everybody else is really chasing him down. So great job to Victor.
Yeah, and this competition's not too far behind him. Rito's still in this, and Matt's right behind him. Matt could just be looking for his opportunity to get on by as we're coming down to the wire at the end of this race. Well, you can see the front-wheel drive car is at a disadvantage being front-wheel drive towards the end of this race with the amount of wear that he's putting on those front tires. I'd know, being a front-wheel drive guy myself, that Audi R8 might start creeping on him here.
Yeah, this Super Touring class, they got a lot of additions to them, so they're a lot faster than they were before. Their tire sizes grew, and I think all of those things are helping Rito. And all the aero that he added to that car is what's making it possible for him to be competing against those Audi R8s. I know he runs a proactive wing in the back, so he can actively get that wing, that rear wing, to help him depending on the track configuration, going into braking zones. So again, great job by him keeping up with those Audi R8s.
Back in the touring car class, we have Gary Trudeau leading the field, coming through turn 10. Looks like he's going to use all of that exit. Gary has been doing really good with his teammate Dave Brown this year. They are currently points leader for touring car, but if you look right behind him, Josh Lyon is not going to let this go. Gary Trudeau, he better keep on that throttle or Josh will be catching him.
Well, absolutely, and right behind Josh is Reza Arslan, one of our young hot shoes, if you will. And I think Gary was listening to you. I think he's taking it easy and preserving his tires. But this field is competitive. It's tight. And I think Josh is now seeing the rabbit in front of him, and he's going to go chase it down.
He's definitely doing that for sure. If you look, he's made up a couple seconds even out of turn 11 here. I think Gary's definitely going to need to start using those tires again if he doesn't want to have to start defending against Josh. That'll turn into a three-way fight for first in this race.
Yeah, that Hyundai Genesis is a pretty heavy car, so compared to that lighter BMW, I'm not surprised this is happening. Moving on to the Sportsman class, the most competitive class of them all, Justin Crickenberger has been just running away with it today. He is, obviously a hot shoe himself, very well sorted car, and completely has the field covered.
Yeah, Tom Lepper's right behind him. He's going into turn 1 currently, so Justin has been able to pull a really big gap from there. A lot of that probably has to do with the battle between Sean and Tom for most of that race.
Here we go. I see the white flag is out. This is it. Last lap. All Bob's got to do is keep it on the dark stuff, and he's got himself a win in the second round of United States Touring Car Championship. As the rest of the field comes flying through, everybody's getting that white flag. Now they know it's time to do it, or they're going to run out of time.
So we got Gary Trudeau. We see him coming through turn 10. This is going to be the race right here. This is all three cars coming into turn 10. Will Josh be able to get it done around Gary?
Around turn 11. You can throw a blanket on top of these three guys. This is going to be amazing.
This is within a second right here. This could be anyone's race as they're coming across.
There is a couple of three locations where you can pass on this track. One of them is actually going up to turn 2. It's a matter of how much you can hold that throttle wide open. I don't think any of these three guys are lifting whatsoever. I could hear all three of them full throttle going up the hill.
Back to the Sportsman field, we have Justin coming into turn 11 now. So he's going to be taking the white flag. Looks like he doesn't have to do too much defending, unlike Gary in that touring car class.
That's right. He built himself a nice cushion, so he's going to be the beneficiary of that cushion. And Lepper's, again, in a good position also to bring it home in second place in this Honda. So a bit of a spread out Sportsman class. But we got to keep an eye on the touring guys. These guys are still keeping it really, really close to each other. Here they come.
Nobody's built any gaps on each other at all. They're still just 1, 2, 3. Looks like they're all running basically the same exact time. And this is all going to come down to who pushes too hard. Maybe someone's going to make a mistake here on the last lap.
Here's the next to the last opportunity for the R8 to pass the Jetta. He doesn't get it done. The Jetta hold his own. You can see the R8 is skating across turn 7. His tires are getting greasy. That R8 is not the lightest car. So here we go. We got the leader coming down to turn 11. We're about to take the checkered flag. One more turn to go. He keeps it nice and straight.
and he looks like he's just coming up on a lapped car here in a slower field, so that'll show you just how much room that Bob has been able to make up in this whole race. As they're coming across the line,
and
he's
Bob
going to take the
Accardo
checker.
wins. He wins the overall, he wins the GT class, and here's how our competitors finished. In the Super Touring class, it was Victor Chopla taking it over Rito Bowman and Matthew Rifkin. In the Touring class, it was Gary Trudeau from Josh Lyons and Reza Arsham. And in the Sportsman class, it was Justin Crickenberger with Tom Lepper and Chris Evertsen in third place. Thank you for watching United States Touring Car Championship. We look forward to having you guys in round 3. And be sure to check us out on YouTube. And hope to see you race fans out there in the racetrack.